Welcome to the Sapphire Nights Season 1, produced by your friends at Tabletop Gamer Online. Farland is a dark and dangerous place on the ancient world of Nurian. Dark folk, vile creatures serve the lords of sin and shadows of evil. The land has been conquered and sundered into 7 kingdoms, each ruled by an evil lord who personifies one of the 7 deadly sins. These lords enslave the population to bring glorification to their dark god Vorneth. This is a corrupt and horrid place where armies of goblins and orcs are aided by dark magic of the Drow and Drugar. There are rumors of barbarous war machines created by the deep gnomes that can destroy entire villages. Necromancers and evil sorcerers raise untold numbers of undead. Life, if you can call it that, is desolate and bleak. With all this despair, not all is lost. A light still glimmers. The monastic militant orders are building their ranks. These orders are performing clandestine missions deep in the occupied lands, while in the liberated kingdoms of the West they are training the common people for the fight to come. The Sapphire Knights are one of these orders. These brave souls battle the Lords of Darkness and their minions for the very life and fate of Farland. Though their numbers are small, they fight with might and divine arcane power. Sapphire Knights in plate mail gleaming in the darkness, their blue cloaks billowing behind them as they charge to the fight against evil. They bring hope back to the faithless and downtrodden people of Farland. Our adventurers have taken up the challenge to become Sapphire Knights. They have trained in the ways of war, swords and armor. They have sworn their vows. Now, let us join them in this epic story of honor, fate and the very survival of Farland. Gather round the fire, my friends. Let me tell you the story of our brave Sapphire Knights thus far. Our adventurers set off on their first mission to help a small camp at Lockbreach deep within the occupied land of Zealand. They scout and fight, helping the little camp to get on its feet. They aid by finding the source of the undead that keep terrorizing the little encampment. They find evidence that someone in the camp was a spy. They put their martial skills to good use and kill a powerful necromancer that has been raising the undead. They put a stop to the spying and earn some new allies in the fight against evil. They know if this war is going to be won, they must recruit as many friends to the side of light. We join our party as they travel south to Sanctuary Valley in the Stonewall Mountains. They need to check in with Sergeant Eliam and get new orders. Little do they know the trek out of the occupied lands is not going to be an easy one. This week our party comes across a heavily guarded prisoner transport wagon. But something is very odd about the wagon. They observe at that time, around the wagon seems to be in a loop.
Okay, so you should have got a new pin. A note may have popped up too, but you got yourself a new pin on the map that says Sanctuary Valley. You see that?
Yep.
That's where you're headed.
Okay.
So you're at that top pin, and you need to go to Sanctuary Valley. I need you guys to plan a route on how to get there. So you guys can talk amongst yourself, but I need one person to draw the route that you're going to take.
Okay, but there's not any actual roads.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, refresh my memory. Is Zealand, is that in the occupied lands or is that in the free lands?
Zealand is in the occupied lands.
Okay.
The Sanctuary Valley is basically where all of them come together. All 3 of those countries come together, Sanctuary Valley. Kellerak, Dalen, actually 4 of them, Or and Zealand, all come together at that point. Okay, let me see if I can find a better map here, which I think I have one. Just understand that this particular map won't have Kenby on it. I'll have to add it, so it should be a full color map with roads. You see where it says meeting spot in the it's like yellow? That is the place where your chapter house is in Sanctuary Valley. That path right there, that whole path is Sanctuary Valley.
Okay.
So we can use this map instead if you guys want to draw a road on this or where you want to go. But one of you guys kind of have to talk amongst yourselves and figure out which way you're going to go. Because some of it, where you see it says border R, that is the border river for Zealand. That is where the end of the occupied territory is. So anything to the left of that is free land. Anything to the right of that is occupied.
I say
gonna take roads, then we might as well go to that one place.
But one place.
Where?
The Brennan place.
And the other thing you have to consider is you guys have a cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got here though.
Yes.
So however we got here.
Well, if we go between the two rivers there, Lake of the Moon and Loch Dole, if we go between those, like to the town, through the town of Ford, I think that's going to be up by Jacob's Rock. I think that's going to be our best bet. Cut it right through. That way we'll avoid Zealand and still be able to get down there fast. Because from that point, pretty much a straight shot to the path to the meeting spot.
And
Yeah.
this here, I'm gonna mark on my map. I'm gonna mark it. I'll probably come up the wrong color. Yeah, I'm gonna change my dice color there. Can you see the green dot I just put on below Dragonspur City?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That spot is where Kimby, basically Kimby is.
Okay. And that's where we were supposed to. Hang on a second, my brain's fuzzy.
We're supposed to check on dude's family there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nathy's family.
So I say we go like James suggested towards Loch Dole, but instead of splitting through Lake of the Moon and Loch Dole, we go around. We go to the north of Lake of the Moon and hit Kimbry, and then go, because by that time we'll be across the border and we should be fairly safe. And then from there we shoot straight down through Jacob's Rock and into Jacob's Rock, Fisherman's Solace, and then down to where the meeting spot is. Unless somebody else has a better idea.
The only reason why I see going that route and taking roads is because we do have a cart and we don't know how well that's going to travel through rivers.
Yeah.
If we didn't have the cart, I'd say we'd just cut straight down to the pass.
Well, I mean, technically, you don't have to have the cart because you have enough horses. It's just
I think we have enough horses to carry everything.
right. It's just you would have a couple of the horses are draft horses rather than riding horses.
What's the difference?
They're bigger and slower.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That being said, war horses are draft horses. They're just draft horses that happen to be very energetic. Usually, war horses, when they get old, they become draft horses.
If they live that long.
Yeah.
If we don't take the cart with us, then I could see a straight shot. Maybe skirt around to the left of Keller, right on the outside of Keller, straight down, cross the border, and then just do a straight shot to the meeting spot. But if we're adamant about stopping in at that one spot for Fighter Dude, then make a long route. Have to make a long pass. But then again, I'm good with doing that. We can tell them we took the long way around.
Yeah. The others, you don't really have permission to take on a new. You don't have. You'd make a decision on going to Kenby on your own. Your commander doesn't know you're going to Kenby.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys.
Uh-huh.
I got a question. To go to where we're supposed to go to meet the command sergeant. If we take the cart, what's the difference in time between if we go on horse? That's the two things I just need to know.
If you go by cart to the meeting spot, you won't get all the way to the meeting spot anyway in a cart. You're only going to get as far as the Lake of the Sun. From that point on, you're going to be on horseback. So
Where did we get this cart?
You got it from just north of the Lake of the Sun at that little point, right on the edge of that river.
Okay, then it would make sense to drop it back off there if we were going to take it.
Right.
Fisherman's Solace or the monastery?
Actually, it would be where you met him was here, right there.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we'd wind up leaving the cart there if we returned it, and then going to the meeting spot.
Yeah. But the thing is, I'm going to just let you know, the cart is yours, so it's not like you have to bring it back kind of thing. I'm going to make sure you have all the options available.
We borrowed it. It was given to us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
then we could just leave it here.
Yeah.
So how long would it take us on horses? Just horses?
On horses, you're looking at around 100-mile run. On cart, you're looking at a 300-mile run. If my thing is right in to 2 inches on this map is roughly 200 miles. It's a long ways. There's a lot of towns and stuff between here. The roads that you're seeing are the major thoroughfares. There are little roads.
These are like to equate it with us, this would be like our highways.
Correct. And your
I'm
bigger
okay with
towns.
leaving the cart.
Yeah, since it's ours, I don't mind leaving a cart. We can sell it to somebody or something.
Or donate it to the camp. They could probably use it more than we could.
Right, yeah. It had taken us 2 days to get from the valley to Camp Brick.
Yeah, so let me redo my miles here then. If that's, I remember that now. 2 days. So you're looking at 40 miles straight shot across. You remember how you got there? You used some roads that Drick remembered. He rolled good on his history because he's from Dragonspur City. And he found some shortcuts. He'll have to re-roll that to go back with the cart. But on horseback, you're looking, I would say, about the same amount of time. You're looking at about 2 days. But if you have to go all the way back through to get to Kenby and down, you're talking an extra day, at least. Because it's way out of the way.
Well, since it's going to be an extra day, and technically we don't have permission to take this mission anyways, I say we go straight shot back to our superior, report in, tell him what the other guy said, the fighter guy said, I can't remember his name. Tell him what he said, see if he wants us to go check it out, or if he'll maybe assign someone else to that task.
Okay, so let me draw. This is how you came in the last time. You guys started the meeting. I've got my squares here wrong. You came out this way, and you went up this way. You came out the southern side of that.
And that was the 2-day trip?
Yep.
So theoretically, barring any shenanigans, it would be the same amount of time. Right. And that was with the cart.
That was with the cart.
So without the cart, it would be theoretically faster.
Now, the regional area here, let me go ahead and get rid of this here, back up. What you do know is, from your own understanding, this is the border. Border Road is the border. The heaviest occupied area is this big area here.
So that would have been right where we were all suggesting to go.
Yeah, you would want to avoid. Hester is where Drokag was from. He was the governor, the unofficial governor of Hester.
We would just take the same road we took to get here, since it cut through there anyways.
That's the reason why you went that way, was you could go on the side roads. We rolled really good. You could get through, and with you could avoid the major bad guys, because this was your first mission.
Right. So do it again.
Okay. I need Drick to do we're going to do history.
Are we selling the card or bringing it?
It doesn't matter to me.
We can leave it at the camp. I don't know about selling it.
Wait, no. There's a lot of equipment on it that we can't carry on our person.
Correct.
Party sheet.
Crap.
Inventory.
Because part of the whole reason we did last Thursday the way we did was because people were over encumbered.
Couldn't we transfer to saddlebags, though?
Yeah, you probably could. You want to try to get some saddlebags while you're there at the camp before you leave? And do you have saddlebags? I don't know. I don't have your inventory in front of me. Nope. So let's go to.
I know. I do not have one. I have a bridle and I have a bridle and stuff like that. But any saddlebags?
Okay, let me look. Saddlebags costs 4 gold pieces each.
Okay.
Now, is that for one or is that for a pair that go on the sides?
There's saddlebags, so there's 2 bags, and there's a strip of leather between the 2 of them, so they lay over the horse.
So 40 would be for the set.
Yes, 4 gold would be for the set.
Does the leather worker have enough for us?
Yes, I'll say yeah.
Some of the people were already on horses. They should have saddlebags with their horses.
They don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do. I was not given a saddlebag. I was given a bit and bridle and a saddle, and that was about it.
So anyone who wants one, go ahead and drop 4 gold pieces out of your account, and I'll drop some inventories. Tell me who you are.
Will you drop one for me?
I'll go ahead.
Drop gold.
Okay.
Here's what I need to know, because if we're dropping the cart here, what are we going to do with the draft horses? Are we going to leave them with the cart, or are we going to try to use them to carry stuff?
You're going to have to use the draft horses to ride on, because not everybody has a riding horse.
Okay, that's going to slow us down, remember, because draft horses aren't near as fast as regular riding horses.
Yeah, not for travel. They'd be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, if you were in a hurry, they would make a difference, but for travel, no.
Okay. So who all has a horse, number one? Who all needs a horse?
Okay,
Horse,
so
and I just dropped 4 for a saddlebag, so I have 6.
you should have it in your inventory now.
I think Lyric has a horse.
Okay, let me open Lyric up.
So that would leave me, Gabi,
Yeah, Gabi doesn't have one.
Krellick, and Yeshua.
Okay, let me look. Krellick, you have a horse, right, Krellick?
I have the 2 draft horses.
Inventory, she has Britain bridle, so she has a horse. Yeshua, he has
He
inventory.
doesn't.
No, he has a cart. He has a cart in his inventory. No, he doesn't.
That was,
Okay.
yeah, no, that was just to keep his stuff separated so he knew where it was at.
Rick, you have a
has
horse.
a
You have a
horse.
riding horse. Okay, so that means Krullick gets one draft horse and Yeshua gets the other. And Gobbly's just got to have to ride with somebody.
And Claire will ride with somebody.
Claire will ride
Does
with
someone have a mastiff?
No. But we can, you're going to be traveling, so we might be able to stop and get something. At the camp, there wasn't one there.
I can ride with Yeshua.
Man, and last week I spent all that time putting everything that
I
in
know.
the cart and everything in the backpack and where everything was at.
Well, now you
Yeah.
just got to change back carts to saddlebag.
Yep.
Yeah, do I add saddlebag to that, or
You should have it
do
in
I
your
write it
inventory.
down myself, or
It should be in your inventory.
All right, well, I'm with the big boys, so
Okay, maybe not.
yeah, I'm not seeing one.
Okay.
I want 2 saddlebags.
Okay, you got saddlebag. There, you do.
All right, there it is.
Krullick.
Yeah, I want 2 of them. Thank you, sir.
And that means Claire didn't get one either. Neither did Drake. So let me go ahead, Drake. You got 1, 2, Drake. Here you go. And Claire, I know you don't have a horse right now, but I'm gonna give you one anyway. So you can forgive me
Okay.
later.
How much money did I need to give you? 6
4.
gold? 4.
How
Yeah.
much do these saddlebags hold?
Quite a bit. I'd have to look up what the description is, but it's
Well, I'm saying, what are we? Are we just taking stuff in the inventory and putting it in our stuff, or because it says parcel items? That's the cart, correct? Under the party sheet.
parcel items. That's just stuff that's came in a parcel. So yes, this is you can put it in, leave it there for now, but you just know like there's one extra saddlebag. One of the saddlebags is dedicated to that.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are carrying a little more stuff than you should be, I think. But everybody got their saddlebags now?
I mean, the only difference is that most of the stuff we had saved in the cart.
But you are going back to your, let's just say you're going to someplace you know you can get re-equipped.
Right.
Because they gave you all that stuff to begin with, in hopes that you may survive.
Who is Gabi going to ride with?
Who's got an open spot?
I think all of us do. Any of us do.
Everybody but Yeshua.
Yeshua's a big dude. Who's the lightest person that doesn't have?
I'd probably
Not
ride
very much horse.
with Krellick, because Krellick's got a draft horse.
Okay.
It's a
Sounds
much
good.
bigger horse. So, if you would, the person who wants to draw that line where you guys want to go, you would draw that out for me. Because I need to know if you're going to avoid the Kel Forest there, or you're going to go down the rivers, or you're going to go between Heller and Kester. Someone who's going to draw it. Okay, Krellick, draw it.
All right. So we're going more or less this way, straight to there. That look about right, everybody?
Okay, that's a different direction. You're not going to go. You're going to go through the top pass instead of the bottom pass. Okay.
Well, that's the way we came, or that's what you said.
Yeah.
Down around Keller.
No,
You came through the
he
bottom
said we
side.
came from the bottom of that mountain instead of
Yeah,
the top.
but
Yeah, I made a mistake, or where you picked up the thing. I'll back that back out. Hold on, just a second. I'll give you another chance here. There you go.
okay.
You can do it till you get what he wants you to get.
Yeah.
I just kind of need to know if you're going to go through that forest or not. Are you going to avoid it?
Is the road that we took go through the forest?
No, it actually went just to the side of it.
Just like that.
Okay,
Just skirting that forest.
works for me.
But if we need to, I guess, go hide in the forest, we could do that.
Okay, The forest in this region would probably be a very much a goblin and ogre type of area. So skirting it makes sense. So you head out. I need a history check. You already gave me a history check? No, gave me survival. Give me a history check there, Drick. You get advantage on it, but you can roll it twice if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're from this area, so.
Oh.
I think going back's going to be a little bit rougher.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
Inspiration.
Can I give him one of mine because I'm at max?
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give you one of mine, Drake. Go ahead and re-roll that.
But we also get one tonight for tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Not a problem. I was at max, so I figured I'd go ahead and use it.
So that means you can re-roll it with advantage. Not bad.
Much better. Much better.
Well, I keep forgetting the advantage, so
That's all right. Roll it again.
I'll just re-roll it again. Okay.
16.
Keep
Not
the
bad.
first one.
16.
Still good rolls.
So you head out of your first point on the trip, and you cross the road there, the road going to Keller, and you know where that's at. So you're in the right. You go in the right direction, and you know the forest there is someplace you probably want to avoid. So you skirt around the outside of it. When you get down, you're on a path, but it's not much of a path, and it's not a direct shot. So it's going through little hamlets and villages, but it's definitely not going not straight. Sometimes you had to stop and ask for directions, and they did give you directions to get you back on the right path. As you come on day one, say that's going to be about a 3-day altogether. On day one, you smell some smoke as the wind changes from in front of you. It's very, very faint, and then it's gone. So not like, someone burning their yard next to you. You just happen to smell a tad bit of smoke. And okay, I need let's do another history check to get through this. That's going to be Drick with advantage. Any one of the other you guys can roll if you want, but it's really without advantage.
All right.
So this is coming up on your second day out on the roads, and you know the border road. You're just about to come over the border road, and you cross over, and then there's the river ford, which is not too far ahead of you, and it's actually low enough and wide enough you can get across with your horses without too much of a problem. You see a plume of smoke ahead of you, and a glimmer of light from a campfire ahead of you on the same path that you're going, and it's about. If you had to guess, it's about 3 to 4 hours ahead of you.
Can we tell what was burning? Like, was it a building or a little hamlet or?
No, actually, it smells more like a campfire.
Okay.
This area out here is not very well. It's not very occupied. You're going through areas that are
Yeah, but they still have patrols around.
Correct.
So we got to watch out for that. That might be a patrol up there.
Right now, you have crossed the river now, so you are in the Freelands, just barely.
Okay, I thought you hadn't got there yet. Okay.
No, we're still in the Freelands, but I think we should exercise caution. Is it something that if we kept going the path, we just sidestep?
It is pretty much directly on your path. And this is twilight, so it's starting to get a little dark. So like someone set up a camp ahead of you. And
okay.
They're about 3 or 4 hours. And you just happen to catch it because you came over a little bit of a rise. As you come up on the top of the rise, you can see the little glimmer from the trees way back down below. When you go back down into the little valleys, you can't see it. It's just every once in a while when you come back up, you finally get to see it. And
okay.
Now you've recognized what it is, and it's a campfire, and it's about 3 to 4 hours ahead of you. So like 2 or 3 rises over.
What do you guys think? Should we scout it, or should we just keep moving?
What time of the day is it?
Twilight.
Oh, it's time to it's to go in and because we're gonna need to camp anyway. And then the next question I have is, Gobby's wearing his blue cloak. Is everyone else wearing their blue cloak?
Of course.
I want to wear mine. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So are you going to set up camp, or are you going to try to... What are you doing? You're about 3 or 4 hours away from it, and it's getting at twilight. So it's getting time where you guys would have to camp yourselves anyway.
I say we go ahead and camp, but we keep a watch.
How far away from this campfire are we?
on horseback, probably 3 hours.
Oh, from the smoke and all that stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Camp here. Make sure we set up a good guard.
And I need, let's say, Gardus to make a D20 for me. Okay. So you get through the night without a problem. It's quiet. You hear some wolves off in the distance, but it's actually kind of normal. Nothing stands out. But when you wake, the wind has changed and it's coming from the direction ahead of you. You are going again, and you smell fire still. You smell campfire still.
Is it a big fire we smell? Or
no, it's just a campfire.
So should we go see the campfire or work our way around?
Well, it is basically on our direct path, so I say we keep going, but we'll keep an eye on it.
Are we in the free territories?
Yes.
It's in the middle. Oh, then I say we go right by the campfire and we're wearing our cloaks and we say hello.
As you get closer, you've been kind of off the roads. At this point, you were told to follow the river, and so you've been following the river. Ahead of you you hear the noise of the falls ahead of you. You see the falls on the map? Okay. And as you come up and to look for a way around the falls, you peek over and you see that camp to your right with a cart, campfire, and in the camp in the valley below. Camp is along the road, but out in the open where it looks like it's well used campsite. There are 6 war horses that are picketed against the rise of the hill next to them, next to one of the tents. There are several guards, 4 in black half-plate mail, 2 in robes, and you see 2 other large ogres with harnesses on them. You think they may have been pulling the cart. They are guarding what appears to be a prisoner transport cart. One of the roadmen is sitting cross-legged near the cart and is in deep concentration and slowly, rhythmically chanting.
Oh, no. We can't have no slaves now.
You see bad, like they're in the wrong place. They should be on the other side of the river. The river you've been going down is the river that is the friendly area. To the north is occupied, to the south is free. You're going right down the river, so they're in the free area.
From what we can tell, it looks like they headed south, snatched up a few slaves, and were heading back. Am I gathering it right?
Are we going to roll some perception here?
I mean, I can.
Okay, at this point, when Gabi sees this, he takes his cloak off, gives it to put in the saddlebag, and he wants to go take a perception, but he wants to be away from the group a little bit, just because he'll look like I'm on the wrong side doing a little scouting, versus you guys are all of the...
You're camouflaged.
Yeah, I'll blend in better. I just want to...
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay.
How steep are these sides? Is it steep enough for us to be able to slide down easy, or is it vertical drop?
Where the falls are, you could slide down. You'll have to go down this little rock area. It looks like right about here. Yeah.
Gabi, do you want me to go with you? Because as a Dragonborn, I can blend in too. Or do you just want to go yourself?
Well, why don't we just go look real quietly, and what you don't do quietly, but we'll go as quietly as you want.
Well, I think everybody's got is not disadvantaged anymore. So
except for one person, yeah.
Yeah. So okay.
So no, I would not like you to. I'm not going to go. I just want to go where I can see and get a good look at the camp.
Well, that's what I was saying. I'll go with you up to that point, and then from then on, if you need to go on ahead, you can.
Okay.
Well, I think stealth and caution should be our ally here. So I think, no offense, Gabi should go on his own.
Well, I don't see anything.
Okay.
Wow.
But you do see the camp.
Or use an inspiration.
I see a lot.
Krellick sees it all.
Okay, so I'm going to let you guys move 60. So go ahead and move where you want to go 60, because we're not in combat. So,
all right. I was thinking.
I don't see Gabi on here now. I counted the number, but it just.
Yeah, I don't see him either. So, good. Mm-hmm. So where my green line is, that's an easy way down.
All right, how far is it up to this bush right here?
115.
Well, we need to back off then. You said 60, so...
About half that.
15.
That's 50 where you got marked now.
Well, you said 60, so
That's 60.
there's Gabi. And see, I was trying to head for these rocks to kind of hide.
And that's a hill there. This thing here is another little hill, like a little plateau right here.
Right. See, I was trying to get to one of these bushes and hide, but that's okay.
Hey, Jess.
Hi, friends.
Can we tell who the prisoner is? I mean, or what race he is?
Not from where you're
Or
at.
she? Not from where we're at?
You'd have to get a lot closer.
Okay, Krellick rolled a 23. So what did he see?
He sees a woman in the cart. I will share a picture of the woman. She's in a blue-gray cloak. Not blue like yours, but not too far off that color. And it's got a lot of gray in it.
All right, so that would make me think that even if she's not exactly one of us, she would be...
Yeah, she'd probably be close enough to where they would confuse her and mistake her for an enemy.
I need everybody to move 60 feet, wherever you want to go.
I'm lost. I thought it was just those two that had snuck up, and then they would have to come back and tell us what's going on. You said everybody, so did I misunderstand?
No, you did say right, but I would still say everybody should probably... They're not going to see everything where they're at. With his roll of perception, you guys are all up on... Go ahead and move up on that hill there, Cole. And Drick.
Drick can't hear our voice caller anymore. His internet crept out.
Okay, I'll move you, Drick. Okay, and there. Cool. That's 45. That's 65. You can't go that far. You want to go... The farthest you can go is about there. There, James. Gabi, and so I'm just make sure everybody's moved their 60, so we can we know now that we have a perception from Krellick. Does anyone else want to do anything? Do you have anything that'll help your perception, or anything else useful?
I would like the stealth.
Okay, roll stealth.
24, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna let one of you. Let's also let two of you roll a perception check.
I want to roll a perception check.
Okay. Claire at 21. Cardis a 6. You can perceive yourself just fine. Oh, okay. Gardis is a 60. Cole is at 21. And you see all of the bad guys now. And you see Dalil. Okay? You're still quite a ways away. This is 170. So I'll let you move another 60. If you want to stay stealth, if you want to do it via stealth, we're going to roll a stealth. Target number's pretty low since you're so far away. So
I'm going to make a stealth roll.
Okay.
I know this is probably not going to be my best, but we'll try it.
So what are you trying to steal there, Gabi?
Okay. You got a 12.
You picked up that rock and you slid it in your pocket like nobody's business.
Is it a magic book?
All right, Mo, I want to move to that bush.
That bush, gotcha.
But we know I ain't stealthing.
I'm trying to tuck in against this wall so I can see without being seen.
Okay, so you're sitting there. Let me bring my measurement stick up here because I don't know how far you are at the moment. So you're 125 feet from that, from the edge of the, where you can see the cart, but you're only, looks like maybe 85 from that first guard, wearing the black plate, the black half plate.
Which of the, are all of these in bow range?
All of them are within bow range.
Oh, okay. So I can take a pop shot if I need to.
Right.
I've got a longbow, so.
These guys haven't even stopped their routine. Like they're walking around doing the same thing exactly, if that makes sense.
Kind of like a patrol.
Well, it's kind of like you think by this time of day they would have been moving already, but they definitely haven't. So for some reason they haven't moved. And from the marks on the ground, it appears they've been guarding the same spot for more than a day.
Just remember, if we attack, make sure we get the spellcasters first.
Do you mind if I try to go up and talk to him?
I don't mind.
I'm asking the group.
I don't mind, but I would exercise caution. If you're going to do that, I'm going to go ahead and draw a bow and keep it trained. That way, in case you get into trouble, I can at least, if nothing else, I can cause a distraction allowing you to get out of there.
Stealthy like.
I need, as you get a little closer, I'm just go ahead and move. your next little bit that you can. Once you get past that cliff, you can be seen. Once you get past that edge, you can be seen. So you guys can all move to the edge of that cliff if you want.
Can I get that map again?
Yep, you sure can.
I'm going to go ahead and move to the edge of the cliff. That way I'm still in range. I'm in bow range, but I'm also hidden.
Okay.
How hard is it to get down this ledge and stay along the inside of the river below this little ledge?
I'm going to say it's not hard. It's going to take a dex roll with a DC of 10.
Okay, I'm going to try to slide down and then just stay stealth until I get a little closer.
Okay.
So, dex save you said first.
Yep.
And that's where I'm moving to, Mo.
Okay, gotcha. But you go ahead and move. Sorry, who's that? I didn't move yet. There you go. It's Larry. Is that who I didn't move? Drake. I'm going to move you up, Drake, to the edge of the cliff.
Thank you.
And Claire, if you would. So you're all about 70 feet from that first bad guy. Let's do a perception across the board. Gabi, go ahead and you did your DC, right? You did your
Yeah.
Sleight of
DC
hand.
is 18.
Okay, I'll put you down there. And you have another 30 you can move from there.
Okay.
Gardas and Claire have advantage on this
So
perception.
should I roll another one?
Yes, please.
Much better, much better.
Claire, roll perception with advantage. 20 and a 20.
I rolled a 20.
You, as soon as you get to the edge, something hits you as very, very odd. Comfortable, warm, peaceful, but odd. And it's only you two. Everybody else sees the camp as they see it without any problems. But for something for you guys, you go, oh no, we need to do something. There's something more here. We're not seeing the whole picture. You know you're not seeing the whole picture.
Now, when you say peaceful, do you mean like uneasy, or it's like we're going to be good? Like there's no real threat here?
There's threat. That's not what I mean. For you feel like both of you feel like you are in the presence of good, and you are in the presence of evil.
Okay. Am I too far away to try and detect good and evil, or?
Don't you have like divine sense?
That's what I'm saying. Am I too far away for that, or?
You can try it.
All right, so that would be.
I think it's only 60 feet or 30.
Yeah, you need to look at because mine is 30.
Right.
Yeah,
Divine sense.
And mine's preserved life.
Yeah, it's only 60 feet, so
But it ain't gonna hurt anything, right?
I'll pocket it for now.
Okay. Claire?
I don't have it. I don't have stuff like that.
Okay. Then because of the oddness, I'm gonna have you do a religion check.
Both of us, or just me?
I'm gonna do both of you. You're the only two people with a religious background. So okay, religion. The lady in the cart, Claire, is wearing the symbol of a upside down rose around her neck. Thing around her neck is an upside down rose. You know that to be the symbol of Vestra, the divine spouse of your god.
Right, the one that there was something, I don't remember now.
That symbol was at the Camp Lockbreck,
Healer.
if I
So she
remember
would
correctly.
she's the goddess of healing.
Yeah, but there was something we had heard somebody talking about.
Somebody's got the little statue of her.
No, there was something else, and I can't remember what it is.
Yep.
But I tell people everything I see.
You have someone does have a symbol of Vestra.
No, we sold it.
No.
No, I don't think we did.
Nope.
Yeah, we sold it to that herbal lady.
I'll be saying we sold it.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
And you also have a statue of her, a figurine. But that doesn't matter. You know that the person inside the cart is of there's something there that's at least a cleric of Vestra, or a priestess of Vestra. Drick, I need you to roll an Arcana check, because you're the only one with actual wizard skills, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a +1 on it, but I'm not proficient.
Okay, I'll let you. Whoever wants to roll Arcana, roll Arcana.
Nat 20.
Drick, we'll keep with Drick because he got a nat 20 on that.
Okay. The bars of the cart appear to have smoke, a energy around the bars that you know is arcane, but you can't put any more than that. And if you can't, say for sure, but you believe the spellcaster who's sitting there cross-legged.
If the roll ever shows up, it should be a 20. But
I see it. I see the roll. You believe the spellcaster that's sitting there on it cross-legged is holding the spell that keeps that cart closed. On top of that spellcaster, you see his clothing is completely drenched. He's been sitting there for days.
I've been looking for you. So he's keeping her locked in.
And again, you guys feel something, the two religious people feel something is odd here.
I mean, my longbow, I've got 150 to 600 range on the longbow. So I could probably hit maybe Jailer 1. Jailer 2 might be out of range.
Now we're talking about spellcaster, Jailer spellcaster 1.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one holding concentration on that spell right now.
Mm-hmm. You can hear some talking, like the guards are talking back and forth, and it's kind of weird. Is you hear them talking? This is where this oddness finally clicks with Claire and Gardas. Is they'll say something, and about 20 minutes later, they can repeat the same conversation again, word for word.
Kind of like they're stuck in a loop.
Yeah. And that's why the ground, like you can now tell where they've been walking, like when they walk in a little path, they've been walking over that same path for a couple days.
Kind of like an illusion?
No, you don't feel illusion.
Is it almost as if they're time locked? Like they're stuck in that moment in time repeatedly?
You're getting that, you're feeling that. I can't say that's what it is, but that's what you're feeling. That they're doing the same thing over and over and over again.
What's the lady in the cart doing?
She's knitting.
Is her mouth moving or anything?
Nope.
It's the knitting. Is she actually? Is it?
She's like grandmother knitting a sweater.
Eldritch class is 120
Is she
feet.
stuck in the loop?
Is she in the loop?
No.
She's causing the loop.
Let's save her.
Now, the thing you notice about her is she's not. You don't get the impression that she's that she's worried about going to prison.
I think I figured it out. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. These guys captured her, and she's put them in a time lock. Jailer 1 is chanting his best to try and stop it, but he's stuck in the loop, so he's constantly doing the same chant over and over again to no avail. Am I close?
I think what it is they caught her. The wizard is actually keeping her in there with his spell, but she caused this, so now everybody's doing the same thing over and over again. So, but she can't get away just yet. So what we need to do is get her out. The thing about the cage, Gabi, is remember, it's not a normal cage. It's a magical cage.
Well, that's the smoke, but on the outside, that might not matter if it's just got a regular lock on it.
Good thing I have an image of it, huh? I thought about that.
You also want to be careful you don't get caught in the loop yourself, Gob.
No one's catching me anywhere.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what the wizard thought. Oh, it's one of those. Now, can we see if the smoke is coming from the seams where the bars are crossed, or if it's coming from the bars themselves, or are we too far away from that?
With your current perception, I'm going to say you can't really. It tells it's more like the bars itself.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, there's more here. The oddness you now know from your perception, but your religion check says there is something very, very good here, and there is something slightly evil here.
Gardas, it might be a good idea to use your...
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use it. I'm going to go ahead and use Divine Sense.
We are taking a 1-minute intermission. Tabletop Gamer Online would like to thank you for all watching. We are very blessed and thankful you are here. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. This helps our channel rank higher on YouTube. We would like to thank farlandworld.com for the rich and wonderful world we are role-playing in. You can contact us via our social media accounts, Facebook groups, facebook.com/groups/tabletopgamergroup. Our website, tabletopgamer.online. Email, fortsmithtabletop@gmail.com. Twitter, @TGO_Mo, or #tabletopgameronline. And now back to our show.
And make sure I got this right, guys. I had to check because I have to whisper something, and it's not easy to do. It's big. After he casts his divine sense, you see his eyes roll back in his head, and you know what this is. You've seen it before. And then he starts weeping. He cannot speak. He is crying, but it's not crying from pain. He is crying in joy.
Whoa.
That's intense, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mute for the next 2 rounds.
He is crying. He is smiling. He is happy as he has ever been, but he cannot say a word. He cannot move. He is just infatuated with what's over there.
Well, do we need to move forward? Because I don't know what, I mean.
Gabi doesn't know anything.
So, are we moving forward?
Do you want to try your detect magic, Cole?
Yeah.
Go ahead and cast it.
It's only for 30 feet around me.
Right. As Gardas will say, it really won't matter. She casts her spell, and it instantly is dispelled. And for the next 2 rounds, she can do nothing but weep and smile.
Well, why did you do that? You're mean.
Gabi's going to move forward. He has no idea this is going on. That's...
As you move forward, you go ahead and move forward to Gabi.
How far can I go?
60.
Okay. I'm trying to keep cover.
Okay, gotcha.
Can I keep cover to there?
Yeah, now you know that they're in a loop. You're not even worried about them seeing you.
Oh, okay.
You're just worried about getting too close.
Yeah.
Okay. You, Gabi, and everybody up on the top hears the woman ask for something to eat. And all of a sudden the time, what they were in changes. Something shudders about it. And things are back to kind of normal. And so you know, shh, you're really quiet. You hear the woman ask for something to eat, and the warrior says, "We are not opening this cage till we get you to Wintervale." And he is pointing at her with hate and malice in his eyes. Then it hits you that the road does not go to Wintervale. They're headed to Sanctuary Valley. Away from Wintervale. It's going the wrong way.
Yeah, because Wintervale is up where I'm from, and it's a long way away.
A long way away. The guard waves his fingers at his hand, stretching it out, yelling, "And we don't allow you, wah!" And he stops. Before you can even think about it, she waves her hand, and time stops for every single one of you. Time just holds still. You can perceive what's happening, but you can't even blink your eyes. You can't move them from left to right. Nothing.
So for all of us too?
Time has stopped.
Okay.
Smoke hangs in the air, unmoving. You see an ember trapped in midair. She opens the door by herself. She reaches out and uses the man's frozen hand who was just pointing at her as she daintily steps down out of the cart. She walks over to the fire and takes out a cup from inside her robe, and she fills it with whatever they are cooking in the pot over the fire. She walks over to one of the guards that's about to gnaw down on some meat on a bone, and she removes it from his hand. Everyone is frozen in time. She walks back over to the cart. She sets her hot cup on top of the man's head that she just used his hand. She climbs back into the cart. She picks up her cup and closes the door. She sits down back in her spot, and she looks like a modern moviegoer who just sat down for a movie with a hot tub of popcorn, waiting for the feature to begin. She waves her hand and time rushes forward, and the man finishes his sentence. Itches aren't even allowed to eat or drink until they confess to the Inquisitor. She laughs as she's eating the meat and sipping from her cup. A slight fear that you are unworthy crosses your heart, and it is gone in a split second. She smiles brightly, and all of the fear is gone. What you feel is motherly love, and you want to prove you're worthy of that love. You have just witnessed the divine.
And what you said is how we feel, right?
Yep. The time is back moving again.
So now we're all stuck 2 rounds weeping and smiling?
No, the 2 rounds will be over when she's used her 2 rounds to go get the food and come back up and sit down.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so we're back.
You're back.
Love it. That's awesome.
Now, do you want to tell them what she said, what you felt? Or you want me to just go ahead and drop it in chat for them?
You can go ahead and drop it in chat.
Okay, I do that. This is Garnis. I think that came out right. Yes, it did. Okay, and this is Claire's. The bars of the cart appear to have smoke coming from them, and you can feel the acrid evil of the smoke inside. You see the light as it erupts in a million lamps shining of the divine. You feel the angelic choir singing as your life's history. And then from quick as a flash, the eyes of the woman sitting on the cart, light is gone, but you still feel that warmth inside. You feel the tears from your eyes are starting to weep. Even at this distance, you notice her put a finger on her lips, and she makes the shh sound, knowing that what you have experienced was just for you and you alone. And Cole, as soon as the spell is cast, you see the magic of the cage, and it's a school of abjuration. So it's a shielding spell. You see the tendrils of the energy going through the magic cross leg the cage. Then you notice the light from inside the cart where the woman was sitting. Though the light is bright, you no longer see her. It radiates all schools of magic and none of them. It is divine. It is good. The feeling hits you with the force of a mountain falling on you. If you had to describe this feeling, it would be like biting into a warm sweet roll fresh out of the oven that your mom just baked for you, giving you a warm embrace. You start to weep uncontrollably. The spell just blinks and is dispelled. The feeling you have remains, and the woman in the cart looks at you and smiles. She puts her finger over her lips. You feel not here. You feel the world say, shh, because what you experienced was for you and you alone. Then you realize this is a test. She kept these people. She made these people come here just to meet you so she wouldn't have to walk. And you're now faced with a test to prove whether or not you are worthy. So there is no doubt this is not a high priestess sitting in that cart.
It is Bestra, right? It's Bestra, not Heshtel?
It's Bestra herself.
Because ours is Heshtel.
Correct. What do you do?
I say we try to rescue her.
Well, if I felt that immediately, this is what I'm going to do, and I hope everyone else understands and follows suit. Plus D6 for rogue. So there you go. 11 points of damage to that spellcaster because he's within range.
Right, but I don't see that.
And then I'm gonna bonus action stealth.
Doesn't show you did damage. Why not?
Yeah. Did you not hit it quite on the jailer?
It says no. It does. Yeah, it doesn't show to the jailer. That's why. Okay, that's 5, 6. That's 11. I'll do 11.
Jailer 1 was the. Hang on a second. I'm trying.
The one that's casting.
Okay. Yeah, I'm popping him.
Okay.
I'm using a inspiration re-rolling that one.
Okay. But you realize that this jailer's he's not holding her in there. You do know that, right?
I know, okay. But I still want to. I still want to put an arrow in his eye.
Okay.
Damage.
Drick, we lost you in Fantasy Grounds. Are you still on voice chat?
Ouch.
Yeah, I logged out of Fantasy Grounds so that the voice call can be better, because being in Fantasy Grounds, I couldn't hear anything in voice chat.
Okay. And the damage was done. Looks like, nope. He's hit point by 3 and is dying. He's dead. He's down. I'll give everybody one round, and then we'll go into initiative order. So Gabi went first.
How far can I run?
You're 30, and then if you dash, you can do 60.
Yeah, move me the complete 60, and I just and at the same time I just did my giant's might, so I am now twice my size.
Okay, that might come in handy when you get to the ogres.
Yep.
Okay, next up, you're not doing an attack. You just made yourself twice as big.
Yep, and Rain is pretty close now.
Close to that guy, you could. These guys aren't just so you understand, they're not slight. They are in half plate, and they look professional.
But as of right now, I'm probably the only one that can, handle an ogre right now. I'm as big as they are now, so I can grapple them, and hopefully that'll help.
And yeah, they're a ways down there from you. The ogres are. You can see them. They're big. Okay. Next up, we did Gabi, we did Gardis, we did Krellick, so we have Claire and Lyric and Drick. So which one of y'all? Where I start?
I'll hop on it.
Okay.
I'll go last.
Okay. So you got a ranged attack there, or you want to run up?
I'm going to go 30, and then I'm going to shoot with my crossbow.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot this guy right here.
No, he didn't.
Is he not within range?
Yep, you can. Yes. You hit.
Oh, I hit. All right. Now I'm going to do some damage. Okay, a little bit of damage.
Hey, still some.
It's just a little bit.
And you did Warrior Train number 3, okay?
How come it says to Krellick?
Because she decided she'd hurt you instead.
Wait, it does?
Yeah. You dropped it on the wrong person.
Oh, shoot. Oh my God.
You shot me! You shot me!
No, you were in the way. It was just a little shot. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Gardis, move forward.
Sorry, guys. It's been a really long day.
Alright, where is... I can't really see how far... Is that about... I'm gonna run my full...
Okay.
Well,
that's 30.
Okay, that's 30. And then I'm going to...
you already shot, so you can't dash.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all you got.
Okay.
You just didn't move, so I'm just trying to get that caught up. Go ahead, Claire.
I'm going to move my 30.
Okay.
And I'm pretty much going to just copycat Lyric.
Okay.
Just
And
don't
accept.
Don't shoot Krellick.
Yeah, don't shoot Krellick. You don't need to be hit no more.
I'm going to hit Warrior Trained number 3. No, I'm not. I missed.
You do have
Just
three.
kidding.
You do have 3 inspiration points. You
That
don't
is
use
true,
them.
I do.
You don't use them for some reason.
I'll use one. Okay.
Hit him again.
Rewind. Redo.
There we go.
23 to hit.
Hits.
Do some damage.
But not to Krellick.
Not to Krellick. 5 piercing.
Ooh. Yep.
And, Lyric and Gabi both got an extra inspiration for tonight.
Yeah, I added mine on there. I was like,
Yeah.
Let me
And
go.
next would be
I'm going to open Drick's character. I'm going to clear him, and I'll put him on the board. Tracker. Drick. I'm going to assume he's up here. Following Claire. Claire, you can take Drick's turn if you feel up to it.
If the other spellcaster is in his normal range, that's who I'd go for.
Yeah. He's got Eldritch Blast. I mean, he's got some spells.
I will basically be following Claire
Okay.
all right.
as far as my movement goes.
You going to use your crossbow, or are you going to use your Eldritch Blast?
Eldritch Blast. Who's still
Blast
standing?
him.
Take out the wizard. Take out the wizard.
The wizard's dead already, isn't he?
No, there's 2 of
Yeah.
them. There's 2 of them.
The first one is, not the
okay.
second one.
Wow. Eldritch Blast, the second one.
Rolling. 18 to hit.
Hits.
Damage. 3 force damage.
Okay, and it did. What did it make sure it went on there? Yep, it did. The spell. You realize that the spellcasters, they're not in armor, so they're not that hard to hit.
But they really hit you.
But they are rather squishy.
Okay, so I'm gonna start initiative then. At this point, Drick is first. Yay! You roll good, Drick.
All right.
You gonna do that again?
Yeah.
I'm last
I'll
again.
Do that again.
All right. 15 to hit
It's
and
heavy.
5 force damage.
He's hurting.
And I will save my movement to move when Claire moves
Okay.
alongside her.
Directly in front of you is, just so you know, you can get a picture of this. Directly in front of you, there's a drop off about 20 feet, and there's a drop about 5 foot. You got another 20 feet to the road, and on the other side of the road are 2 ogres that are like 11 foot tall and about 6 foot wide.
Okay.
So I'll end Drick's turn.
I'm using her. Her name is Dalil, D-A-L-I-L, Dalil, which is another name for Bestra from another place. So I can actually call her Bestra. She smiles and she takes another bite of the meat on the bone, and she crosses her feet and leans back.
She gonna enjoy the show.
Yeah. Ogre 1. He's going to.
They're not stuck in their time warp anymore. The ones
Nope.
that have not been touched. Okay.
Nope. As soon as she dropped the time, as soon as you realized what she was, time went back to normal.
Oh, okay.
But you can tell they've been sitting here for a few days. He runs. Is it 1? Which one's 1? This is 1. Oh, actually, we'll probably just do Javelin. Do Krelk. Missed. And he's going to move. His movement speed is 40 feet. Man, they can move. Now you're standing about toe-to-toe with him because he's 5 feet below you. On that edge. And,
Well, I'm 12 foot now.
yeah, so he's at your knees.
Yep.
Okay. Next is Ogre 2. Ogre 2 takes a javelin and throws it towards Gardas. And I'm just going because you guys are in order. And misses.
Swing and a miss.
He gets about there and stops. And Lyric's up. Hey, Lyric. What you got?
Alrighty. I'm going to prance right there.
Okay.
And can you give me a 15-foot cube?
Yep, sure can.
I feel like I'm going to try my best not to hit you. Is he next to... I can't tell because I'm so close on those squares. Like, is he within melee range or do I need to...
He's not within melee range.
Okay. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to cast Thunderwave.
Okay.
Hey, you could probably hit the one behind him too.
If you ran up a little further, you could get both of them. But you'd
I
be
think
right
that's
in
my...
you'd be right in his
It's
Kool-Aid.
like, I think that's as far as I go, which is my 30. That's what I was trying to do, is get both of them, but
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
If
I didn't know if you can.
He gets pushed back 10 feet, so he's a little further away from Krellick.
Okay.
Well, I just didn't know if you could move the box.
No, it's got to be from where
No.
she's at.
Okay.
Yeah. Good question, though.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm going to cast it on
Okay.
him and not Krellick.
Okay. Success.
Okay.
Why did it not give much damage? Okay. It wasn't as effective as you thought it might be.
Okay. But does he get pushed back 10 feet?
I need to read that spell. I read it.
On a failed save, he has to make a Constitution saving throw,
He made it.
and
No,
he's pushed away 10 feet.
no, he failed his Constitution save. What I see, no, he success. So yeah, DC 10. Yeah, he saved 18. So yeah,
That's why it didn't do as much damage, because if he succeeds, makes a successful throw, he takes half the damage
Okay.
and isn't pushed.
okay, yep.
But still, it's still a pretty decent.
Pretty significant. Yeah,
I'm good.
he may or may not be immune to damage. Not immune, but
Have a little kiss at him now. Mwah.
let's next. You end your turn there, Larry, unless you have a bonus action.
Nope. That's it. Oh, wait. Actually, can I go back real quick? Because Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action, right?
Correct.
I'm going to inspire Krellick.
Okay.
Because I hit him on accident.
Well, you probably need to anyway, because he's going to say, I got it in a minute.
Exactly. I was just trying to save his confidence a little bit.
Yeah. The second or two before he goes down, he's going to say, I got it.
I got this.
It's like this. I got this, man.
Okay. Go ahead and end your turn. Warrior train number 1. Where are you at? And where are you? There you are. He's going to run 50, 55, 60. He can't attack. He just did his run. But you notice he has a scimitar in one hand and a dagger in the other. Wait, train number 2, where are you at? He's going to go around the camp. 5, 10. He runs his full 60. Let me see his full movement. And you notice also he has his scimitar drawn and a dagger in one hand. Your martial training tells you that the dagger in one hand is important. This guy jumps there. He hits Krellick. He hits Krellick again. Then he takes his dagger and he strikes out at Krellick. Critical hit on the dagger.
Can I use an inspiration to make him re-roll that?
Sure can.
I will.
Okay, you re-roll the attack.
I love you, buddy.
Hits him.
Thank you.
Sticks him with the dagger. Does 4 hit points of damage. And you see him just pouncing around, scimitar swinging in one hand, dagger in the other. Just, if you knew who Dritz was, you see Dritz in this guy for some reason. He is light and nimble on his feet, wearing half plate. Warrior number 4. He stands next to, he's right up in your Kool-Aid there, Lyric. Scimitar in one hand, dagger in the other, but he doesn't strike because he used all his movement to get there.
I thought it was because I was so dang good looking.
It could be that. But you, all of a sudden, you really like his armor. It is black as night.
Is it shiny?
It's shiny and black.
I
Like
shiny.
Darth Vader's helmet, kind of shiny black.
That's it. I'm going to wrestle with him.
Gardas, you're on.
Okay, let's see here. Each one of these squares is 5.
Yep.
I'm gonna run up here.
I'm
Okay,
waiting.
can I swap weapons, move, and then attack, or is the swapping weapons my only attack, my only movement?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So I don't technically have my well, I guess I have my shield too, but I don't know. We'll just go ahead and say I have just the sword.
Yeah, I call that a ready. The only problem you'll have is if you wanted to use the bow again, and then it would take an action.
That's fine. All right, I'm gonna run here.
Okay. Which is
Well,
30 feet. Gotcha.
Me and Mr. Train One are about to have a throwdown.
Okay.
Really? Try this again. Inspiration, and I'm going to use one of my spell slots. It would be Divine Smite.
Okay.
So now I hit. I'm going to go ahead and spend the spell slot to use the Divine Smite. Don't know if it's actually going to work because I don't know if these guys are just regular fighters or if they're undead or fiends or what. But
they're not undead. You would have seen them.
okay, that would be on you. Whoa!
It was a crit hit. So
Holy crap. That's 35 damage.
you see him. You hit him hard enough that his lip starts bleeding.
Yeah, he doesn't look hurt at all.
And then, well, he does look hurt, but he looks just barely hurt. You rocked him a little bit. As you do that, let me see, make sure that, nope, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Anything else? You got a bonus action?
I'm going to go ahead and be proud of myself, and I'm going to pass on to Gabi.
Hey, Gabi, you're up.
I'm double checking to make sure. Yeah, I'm stealth. I want to move up.
Okay.
15 feet.
Okay.
I want to make sure. Hang on, from here, I want to make sure that is within range. Yep. Because let me get this. I have advantage because I was stealth. Correct.
Yep.
That's what matters. Now I gotta move my all these little things on my thing. I gotta keep moving them around.
Okay.
Okay. And then That and I add a D6 to that.
Okay. Well, the
It
D6,
doesn't matter,
It doesn't matter.
but I'll throw it on him just in case.
He's dying.
Okay.
Mo.
I come back 15 feet, and I'm going to stealth again.
Okay. Roll your stealth.
Ooh, that was close. And bang. I will end my turn. And Gabi yells out, "Spellcaster down!"
There's up.
Okay, Drick had said he was holding his movement for when I moved. Is that still?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to move 30 that way. Is his 30, right? Yeah.
That's 30.
Yep.
And Drick will move 30 that way.
Okay.
I guess he would actually probably be a little more in front of me than where I actually put him.
Okay.
Yes, I would, to give you cover.
Yeah, he's got this shield protector thingy. It's actually really cool. I can't wait for him to be able to use it. And I'm going to arrow an ogre. I just really want to do some arrows and some ogres. Ogre 1.
Hit.
An 18 to hit. And the damage is 6 piercing.
Ogre 1 is... There's an arrow sticking in his skin.
I don't have any bonus action stuff, so I will end my turn.
Okay. Jailer spellcaster number 1 is toast. I'll remove him. Jailer spellcaster number 2 is toast. I'll remove him. And Krellick is up.
And I missed, so I'm going to use an inspiration. There, that's better. Now, let's see if I get all my bonuses to this.
Now, you did cast your thing to yourself,
Yep.
yes?
There it goes.
Okay. Now, it shows that it expired, which means you have to reset the effect for it to happen again next time. You did 21 damage. That's a lot. Ogre 1. Cool. You got to do anything else?
I'm putting it back on, and then that'll be it for me.
Okay.
That's kind of cool. I want to do that.
Grow big.
Yeah.
The Maroon Knight.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll take a little break, not very long, 10 minutes or so. And Gardas is going to be up when we come back. So we're back. Gardas is the first up.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish what I started. Trained warrior number 1. Oh yeah.
Just one more thing. I'm going to move Drick to Claire's initiative order.
Yeah.
It did damage to warrior train number 1. Cool.
Yep. I'm gonna hold the divine smite for now.
Okay.
Can I... Is that an action or a bonus action? Laying hands.
That's an action.
Okay, never mind then. I was going to give you a pat on the back, buddy, and a nice little... But since I can't do that, I'm going to go ahead and call it.
Inspiration? That's better.
A lot of damage. Yeah. A lot of dice, not a lot of damage, but that's still okay.
Yep. Now he has to make that strength check again.
Okay, and that's ogre number 1.
1.
Okay. Ogre number 1. Yeah, he passed.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a
So
plus 4 to strength, so.
Alrighty. And as a bonus action, I'll recharge it.
Okay. You get an action, you have action surge, so one of you guys do. So keep track of that if you're going to use it.
Okay. Alright. I'll wait for action surge next time.
Warrior train number 1 is sitting next to Gardas. He moves. First strike with scimitar, swings over and he misses. You see him move around you, but you know what's going, why he's doing that. So he has a man to his back. Hits. That was with the scimitar, and then he takes his dagger. Missed. Pretty good when you roll with advantage and you miss 3 of them. Warrior train number 2. He moves towards Lyric. Gets to the backside of Lyric. Missed. Second strike. Hits. Damages Lyric. And with his dagger, he stabs her. He stabs they.
Thank you.
Warrior train number 3. And he is lined up with Krellick there. And Krellick is huge. So he's sandwiched between 3 people. Or actually 2 people. Oh, 3 people, because he's huge. Hit. Damage. And he's going to do dagger to... Yeah, he's still got the dagger to you two. He's not close enough to guard us. Train warrior number 4 next to Lyric. Hit. My rolls are really bad. Really bad. All except for that one. Lyric's hurting. Claire's turn.
Bonus action healing word to Lyric. So she gets 9. She's down back to 7 wounds, which is better as a bonus action. So I will do a bow and arrow to Warrior 2.
Okay.
And I'll miss.
Hey.
Alright, so now Drick's turn.
All right. I want to hex the ogre number 1.
Okay. Ooh, miss.
Inspiration.
You have 2.
Okay, sure. I'll use it.
Oh yeah.
20 to hit.
Hits. I'm just going to watch to see if the extra d6 goes across.
Nope, it didn't. Do I just roll a d6 for the damage?
Yes, please.
No, sorry. 2 necrotic damage.
And this ogre
Hey,
number.
it's better than nothing.
Hey Chris, you know you're a fighter level 2. You can action surge and fire another blast at him, and you'd get that all over again, wouldn't he? 'Cause
Yeah.
That's how it would hit again.
Yep.
Is action surge for spellcasting too? I thought
Yep.
that might be just
Nope.
for melee.
A whole other
Okay,
action.
sure. I'll action surge.
And you can only do it once per long rest, but
What was it, Ogre 1?
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast. 18 to hit.
hits.
And I switched around the hex. So it's 12 damage.
Nice.
Okay.
That'll end my turn.
Nice job.
Ogre is hurting.
Okay. And Drick's turn. It's Gobby's turn.
Hit. Dang. With advantage.
I was hidden, so I also get sneak attack.
Yep.
So that's an extra d6. I'll just throw it out there. Oh yeah.
And that's Ogre. Who are you going for? Ogre number 1?
Ogre 1. Yep.
Not down yet, but he's hurting.
And then I see what Drick did, and I think that sounds like a great idea. Action surge.
Yep.
I'm gonna fire again.
Okay.
Do I still have advantage?
No.
I didn't think so. Still hit.
Okay.
And
Dying.
now I say bonus action hide.
Okay.
Get into my stealth. And I yell, "There's another one!" Derek, you're up.
Just so you know, since they were walking around in circles for a few days, all of the hit points for these guys are in half. So I dropped them all in half.
Gabi doesn't know that. He just thinks he's the man. He's killed a few things.
So I'm going to cast Thunderwave and get these guys off my back. They are all up in my business.
Okay.
Let me see if I do this right. I'm going to do this. And then do I just cast in the center?
I think that you may want to step back one step, still be within contact of range of them. That way because your Thunder Wave affects the square, and it would include you if you're in it.
Oh, okay.
So it radiates from you. So
Okay,
you want to step back just a little bit, just to stay inside.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I would put you here. That way you're still within melee. That way they don't get an opportunity attack. Like that.
Does that count for both?
Yep, sure does.
Thunderwave! So do I cast it in the box?
You just cast it on one of them.
I'm gonna use my inspiration, one of
Okay.
many, because I'm so inspirational.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this again.
Okay.
Much better.
Now see if I can take this. I think I can. Con save. You rolled a 20, so it doesn't matter. It hits both of them. Roll some damage, and I'll put it on both of them.
The warrior saved against her DC.
He rolled a 20.
Yeah.
He rolled a 20.
Can I make him reroll?
Sure can. If you have an inspiration, sure can.
I do. Inspiration is used.
And you rolled it on Warrior 4?
Yep.
Warrior 4, where are you? Because I got to roll for the other guy too, I'm in it. So, and that was a con save?
Mm-hmm.
He rolled an 11, and let me go back up. Your DC is 10. He still passed.
Oh well, they'll take half damage.
Yep. And I'll do the other one, so we have 2 rolls, which is Warrior number 2. Con save. And wounded.
Do you want me to roll?
I'll just add the damage to the other one because they both pass. Did they both pass? Yeah, they both passed.
Okay.
Okay.
So they're not pushed back. That's okay.
7.
I am going to cast Action Surge now, so I get.
You get to do it all over
You
again.
do it all over again.
Well, it was
you have
my
a spell
other
slot.
spell slot. No, I'm going to attack with weapon. I'm going to attack this guy.
Hit.
Hit and this.
Damage. Cool.
Okay.
12.
Okay, and real question: as a bonus action, can I cast Second Wind and I get a 1d10 plus your fighting level Okay,
Yep.
so I'm going to do 1d10, those two on myself. Oh, that inspiration point. I'm using my last one.
Okay.
Do it again. Do better. That's much better. I still have movement left. Can I go ahead and move?
Sure. If you move,
They'll get
they'll get an attack.
Yeah, they'll get an opportunity attack. Both of them.
Nah, I'm good. I think I did some damage. I'm pretty happy.
Okay. Ogre number 2 moves over this way. Try to get out of the way here. About there. He launches a javelin at Lyric. I need you're gonna have to make a DC saving throw here in just a second, and so will Claire. You see him throw a javelin, and it goes flying at you, and it turns into a bolt of lightning as it goes hurling towards you, and you get hit with the javelin, and lightning erupts behind you, and that is a DC 13 dexterity save for you and Claire. And you rolled a 19, DC 13, so you pass. You take half damage.
And I'm doing my dex save now. It's a 15.
Okay, and we go to, it is a DC 13, so you pass. And you also take 5 lightning damage. That's a really bad roll for 4d6. And also 5 feet wide into a lightning bolt, forming a line 5 feet wide that extends out to the target 120 feet. I'm not going to say it hit Drick, just because you guys all take up 5 foot of space.
I mean, not that I want to take any damage or get hit, but as big as I am, would I not be? You tell me.
Actually, yeah, because if I put the ogre where you're at, yeah, you would take it too. Do a DC 13 dex save.
But you know, his honesty
might be worth an inspiration point.
Yeah.
I'll think about that after he saves.
Yeah.
17 passes, so you do 5, get 5 damage. And yes, you can have an inspiration point. As you do that, the javelin shoots off behind you, and it's laying out behind Claire. Bestra steps out of the cart. She stands up, steps out of the cart, steps down daintily, like an old grandmother. Even though it looks young, she walks kind of like an old grandmother. very prim and proper. And she turns around and she gets a little closer to fire. She's all warming her hands on the fire, And as she does, she snaps. And when she snaps, these guys just collapse in a heap.
We weren't done kissing booty.
We weren't done with that.
Yeah.
And let me give this.
Gabi runs over and picks up that javelin.
I beat Gabi to it.
That sounds like a foot
And
race.
can I rescue my arrows?
Hey, if it's a javelin of lightning, it's a one use only. It still is a javelin, but I'm.
Gabi doesn't know that.
Yeah, that's true.
You get half of your arrows back if you go look for them. But she says, "Come here, my children." And as she does, you're compelled. You really don't have a choice in the matter. Come down, and you're
good looking.
She is a pretty good looking woman for the picture. And you're all standing in a nice, neat little row in front of her.
I returned to my normal size.
Okay. She walks up to Drick first. You feel the need to take a knee, but she doesn't require it. You feel like you should, and you drop to a knee. And she says, "What is your favorite weapon, my son?" It's a weapon on you.
The one I use the most, which is my bastard sword.
She says, "Can I have it?" And as you hand her your bastard sword, you see the bastard sword glow. And she goes down and she touches you on one side of your shoulder and on the other side of the shoulder, and she taps you on the head and she says, "Arise, my knight." And she hands you the sword back, and it is gleaming with magic. You now have a +1 bastard sword.
Awesome.
You have also gained the feat Magic Adept.
Cool.
She steps down to Gabi, and she says, "What is your favorite weapon, my son?"
While on my knees, I lift up, "Here, my goddess," and I hand her my light crossbow.
She takes her crossbow, and she holds it up. And again, she turns it, she taps it to your shoulder, taps it to your other soldier, and taps it to your head. And she says, "Arise, my knight." Your crossbow is now black as coal, but you can tell there's something magic about it. And as you put it back in your hand, it disappears.
Then Gabi goes, and this one too? He holds up his hand crossbow.
She just kind of smiles and no. You have a +1 magic weapon that you are bonded to. You can recall it to your hand at any time. And you have the feat of Magic Adept. She says, Gardas, the paladin of favor. What is your favorite weapon, my son?
I kneel, present my sword to her, handle first.
She taps you on one shoulder and then on the other, and taps you on the head. She says, arise, my knight. She lays the sword out in front of you, hands it back to you, and it's gleaming. It's now a +1 sword.
Yes.
And you have Magic Adept, the feat Magic Adept, in any way you want it. She stands in front of Claire and she says, my healer, my loyal cleric, what weapon of yours is your favorite?
I kneel and hand up my longbow to her.
She says, oh, what a wonderful weapon. And she holds it for a minute and you can see her hands move across it. And all of a sudden the wood changes and it becomes very intricate. She taps you on one shoulder, then she taps you on the other, taps you on the head with it. And she says, arise, my knight. And when she hands the bow back to you, she says, when you pull it and draw it, you will never need an arrow.
That's pretty cool. Thank you.
You have Magic Adept. When you find out, this also goes for Gabi, when you get the ability to cast a cantrip like Firebolt, if you get the ability to cast a cantrip, it can shoot through your crossbow with the same proficiencies. She goes to Krellick. Just Krellick, you didn't have it this time. What is your favorite weapon?
My glaive.
She takes your glaive and she holds it out. She says, oh, this is nice. She rubs her hands upon it, and you see it get longer and then shorter. She taps you on one side of the thing, and it's got a blade on it. She taps you on the other side, and it's got a blade on it. Then she taps you on the head. She says, arise, my knight. Your glaive is +1, but it has a blade on the other end, so it does damage on both sides equally. Rather than if you get the Polar Master, instead of doing a D4, it does the blade damage on the opposite side. She says, Lyric, do you have a poem for me? What is your favorite weapon?
My sarcasm.
He says, oh, that is good. That is good. But okay. She doesn't do that. She reaches for one of your musical instruments. Which one? Which one?
My kalimba.
She takes the kalimba and she plays a song almost like 4 or 5 people are playing. It is so intricate and so deep. It glows now. And she hands it back to you. She touches you with her hand on one side, the other, and on your head. She says, arise, my knight. She hands you back the kalimba. Something's different about it, but she can't quite tell what. Then it hits you. Anytime you cast magic using the kalimba, you have a +1 to your attacks. If you use that as your focus.
I would say I bow my head and say, thank you so much, you amazing, beautiful creature.
And everybody now has the Magic Adept feat that you can take and take the type that you want. You can be any kind that you want. And when she says, I know you're not my knights. You work for my husband, or you are my husband's. But I'm here to teach you the magic ways of things.
Partner.
Because weren't supposed to be married, so yeah, we'll give that. She says, you all have a nice day. Be safe on your journeys. And when you see the high priest, tell him I said hi. With a blink of an eye, the cart is gone. All the bodies are gone, but the loot from the bodies is on the ground, including there are 4 sets of mithril half plate. There are 6 war horses, well-trained war horses.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow.
And the parcel.
Only 4? Come on, weren't there some in the cart? Extra sets of armor?
No.
Is the one armor the black?
The black that everybody has. It's no longer black. It is silver with the faintest hint of blue.
Well, I am getting a set of that armor.
Okay. And there's the parcel. It contains, and all the loot you find there in this area, 1 platinum piece, 32 gold pieces, 23 electrum pieces, 65 silver pieces, and 144 copper. They weren't the richest guys. 1 bag of holding, 1 cloth of gold vestments. And you instantly know what those are, Gardas. They're vestments of a paladin.
Yeah, you got me a new suit.
Embroidered silk handkerchief with Bester's image on it, upside down rose, a javelin of lightning, and 2 small gold bracelets.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the cloth vestment. I would like a suit of half-plate armor.
Gabi looks around and looks at Gardus. He looks at Krillic. He looks at Drix. And then he looks around to think of the 4 people who need that half plate. Are there people who are going to be fighting up front?
Yep.
So he bows down to not take it because he's not a frontline guy most of the time. He can be, but he isn't. And then he thinks either Lyric or Joshua should have it. And that's what he says. And Gabi looks at the warhorse and goes, I'm riding with Lyric.
As long as I get to be the one behind you.
But there's you
okay, I'm riding with Claire.
Gabi, you hurt me. You hurt me. What about the thing?
You do have 6 warhorses, so you have enough for your party. And the only person you'd be missing one, it'd be Yeshua.
Yeah, but I think you'd put one with Yeshua, and me as a goblin would be either on a regular horse,
riding horse,
just a riding horse at this point.
A regular horse is a war
it's still
horse
big
for
to
Gabi.
me. Yeah, it's big to me.
Yeshua isn't here, so he won't get his magic weapon. You won't get the same blessings until you get to your destination.
So we're still 3rd level, or are we 4th level now?
3rd. So we gotta look up the feat. Magic initiate. And you can choose your class of bard, cleric, druid, sorcerer, warlock, or wizard. And then you'll pick 2 cantrips from the spell list that you choose, and then 1 spell, first level spell as well. The first level spell, the cool thing about it is you can cast it once per day without using a spell slot. The theory behind, or the reason why the Sapphire Knights get Magic Adept is so they don't have to use, they can be in armor and still cast and still use ranged weapons, even though they don't have it. Good game, guys. Good game. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We didn't die.
Not yet, anyways. Do you guys want to see? It's still a work in progress, but I'm working on. This is Alan's character. I still have to work out a lot of stuff, but
cool.
Like I'm working on the outlines and stuff.
That'll work.
Tabletop Gamer Online would like to thank you for all watching. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. This helps our channel rank higher on YouTube. We would like to thank farlandworld.com for the rich and wonderful world we are role-playing in. You can contact us via our social media accounts, Facebook groups, facebook.com/groups/tabletopgamergroup. Our website, tabletopgamer.online. Email, fortsmithtabletop@gmail.com. Twitter, @TGO_Mo, or #TabletopGamerOnline. The actors for this week's session are Michael as Gardus, Nicole as Claire, Jess as Lyric, Jason as Gobby, James as Krillic, Chris as Drick, and Mo as the Dungeon Master. This is the end of this week's show. Have a wonderful day.